can't be done. If you got roommates and you're about to throw a big old house party, you can't just not invite one. I think I've told you guys before that when I lived in Washington, D.C., before I settled down a little bit, I was living in a house that we used to call Disgrace Land with 6 or 7 dudes, and it was just that. And we had these legendary parties in Aspen Hill where, we were too old to have parties like this, but the cars lined up around the block. And
we had legendary parties at our place at Heron.
Oh, yeah. The ice luges were, this was way back in the day.
The hooch in the tub.
Oh, yeah, the whole thing. You know what a luge is?
No, or hooch in the tub, none of that.
It's like a big-ass block of ice, right? Huge block, right?
Uh-huh.
And you would carve with the screwdriver like an S into it or 2 columns, and you pour the drinks into the ice on top, and you got 2 people at the very bottom of the ice taking the shot as it comes through the alleys.
It's
right?
super sanitary.
Yeah, very sanitary. Right? And we used to have these legendary ones. And like I said, I got 7 roommates. I can't even imagine us saying to one of them, hey, you're not invited next Friday night. You can't do it.
I don't see how you do that either.
If you're going to have a house party like that, they all got to be there. Well, Cassie wants to ask the question from Reddit because they're in the same situation, but they don't want to invite their roommate.
Would I be the a-hole if I asked my roomie not to attend our Halloween party? About a month ago, my roommate got blackout drunk and hit on me and harassed me and other things. After that night, he unadded me on social media and ignored all my texts. My other roommate told me that his girlfriend had told him to break contact with me or she would break up with him. I wrote him a letter telling him I no longer wished to be friends and I didn't want any contact with him ever again unless it had to do with the house or rent. I asked my roommates if we could throw a Halloween party and they're all cool with it. I'm super excited. I bought a bunch of decorations for it. But my only problem is I'm scared of my roommate now, and I especially don't want to be around him if there's alcohol. My other roommate says he doesn't drink anymore, but I don't trust my roommate to stay sober, and frankly, I don't want him around my friends because I'm afraid of what he'll say or do to them. My roommates didn't witness him harassing me. They just heard about it secondhand from me and him. He's very convincing, so people tend to believe him when he claims accusations against him are false. I don't have the ability to move out right now, but I have friends over a lot and lock my room door, so I feel safe enough. Would I be the a-hole if I asked him to stay away from the party, or if I asked him to stay away from my friends, or if I just asked him not to drink? I'm not trying to kick him out or making him stay in his room during the party. I was kind of thinking about asking him when he's gone to leave and then planning it, and because he said he probably wouldn't be here on Halloween Day, so I would do it then. But I don't want to cancel the party altogether just because I don't want to put myself or any of my friends at risk by having him around. So can I ask this? Can I ask a combo of those things? I know it's his house too, but I just want to be able to feel safe at home and do normal college things without worrying that he'll, quote, hit on me again. Suggestions are welcome.
All right, so they're roommates, and he was inappropriate with her. He apologized. And
Did he?
Does it say in there if he apologized?
No, it doesn't. It just said his girlfriend told him to break contact, and and then the roommate wrote a letter, the one who got hit on, saying, hey, I don't want to be friends with you. I don't want to talk to you anymore. So he never apologized.
She's got to get out of that house, period.
For sure.
One of them's got to go.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. But
who is the responsibility on? He's the one that was an idiot, so why should she leave? Yeah, right.
He's got to go. But she said that she still feels safe enough to stay in the house. So whatever he did was inappropriate, but it didn't, from what it sounds like, it wasn't called the police worthy. But that's all because we don't have the details as far as what went down. And I hate that happened to her. And it puts you in the most uncomfortable position. But I fear if he was willing to do something like that, you tell him not to come, not to drink, not to interact with your friends. He's gonna do it even more.
Especially at that age. We're talking about, 21, 22 years old, right? You get real spiteful, real drunk, real quick.
Yeah.
And the party is in their home, right? Where
Correct.
they stay? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't think she's an a-hole at all for not wanting him to be there. But, she has good reason. I just don't know how you ask someone to leave. It'd be one thing to ask someone not to come, but if the party's in the home where they stay, I don't know if you can ask them to leave.
Yeah, I don't know if this is actually addressing the party situation, but I think in a case like this, all the roommates got to get together and go, man, you screwed up, and now you've made it uncomfortable in the house for all of us, so you gotta go.
Would you guys be surprised to learn that overwhelmingly on Reddit, she was voted the a-hole?
What?
She is the a-hole in this scenario. And the thing is, he hit on her. Maybe it's because we don't know the details, but it was, you're having a party at your house with your roommates. You can't ask someone who pays rent, who you feel comfortable enough to stay in the house with, to leave for the party. That is an a-hole move. That's what Reddit is saying. Well, right? Yeah. I was shocked.
Yeah, I don't think, again, I don't think she's an a-hole. And if all the roommates came together, another option is go to his girlfriend and be like, hey, we're having a big party and there's going to be alcohol and I think he should stay at your place so nothing happens again.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's just a conversation. I mean, clearly, like, they all can't live together anymore. Something's got to be done even before that party happened.
You got to get them out the house, period.
Got to get them out
That's
of the
the
house.
goal.
Yeah.
The Bert Show.
Like what you just watched? Well, you can get way more of The Bert Show on Apple, Spotify, Stitcher, or wherever you get your favorite podcasts.